Julie, what?
Hello.
Wait, what is happening in Georgia? Are you watching? Have you been following this? Because the ladies are watching.
I have been following, and I've been looking at Twitter incessantly, and it's just madness. Like, I cannot believe what they're trying to pull up.
The photos are bananas of like how this went down. Okay, wait, I gotta sit down. I gotta prop you up here. Okay, all right. There were like 7 white dudes, Republicans in Georgia, including Brian Kemp, who took that governor's seat from Stacey Abrams. They get together last night and sign this huge voter suppression bill in Georgia. And it's got like all the bad things. Like, you know, we are talking about the voter ID requirements, criminalizing volunteers who are going and giving food and water to people in line when they're trying to vote in neighborhoods where people are having to wait 5-8 hours to vote. Now it's a criminal offense to go and bring them food and water.
Yeah. So like you're a mom standing in line and your baby suddenly doesn't have any, you know, like you need the snack. Oh yeah, the other mom can't bring you that snack because that's
oops, sorry. I'm getting excited.
Yeah. Suddenly that's a crime in Georgia.
Yeah, totally. Meanwhile, you have you know, basically they don't like how these last couple elections went in Georgia. So they have decided that the state should take over local elections. You know, it's like this total state takeover.
What that means is that next time, if there's an election they don't like, then they can just overturn it.
100%. It's so insane. So Brian Kemp, who's the governor of Georgia, him and these 6 other white dudes, they get together and they sign, like they push it through the legislature. They sign the bill last night. Meanwhile, also like big limitations on absentee ballot voting and drop boxes, which I saw on Twitter too, that like that's how Brian Kemp voted, was like a drop box this last election cycle. Like he posted about it and now he's saying, no, it shouldn't be as easy as, you know, for me. It shouldn't be that easy for everyone else. These guys get together. They're all excited and proud and signing this bill. Meanwhile, Representative Cannon, a Black female legislator in Georgia, is trying to bear witness, knocking on the door, trying to bear witness to what is going on in there in terms of these dudes taking away her constituents' right to vote, and they won't let her in. And not only that, she is arrested. She is dragged away when she is trying to do her duty of representing the people and trying to stop this just total hijacking of democracy. It is insane.
I just want everybody to picture in their head, if you haven't seen this, because they're talking about this being like, you know, we're back to Jim Crow laws. We have visualized a guy at a desk, white guy signing, white dudes as far as the eye can see next to him, standing and signing this law at the same time that the police are dragging away a Black legislator, female, who knocked on a door, dragged her out. I mean, that encompasses in your mind. Just think of that in your mind if you haven't seen it and go look at the pictures. It's crazy.
Yes. So, you know, Stacey Abrams is calling this Jim Crow in a suit and tie. And there are all kinds of things that we can do to have her back and have the back of Black organizers in Georgia who are like, yes, get involved, you know, and we know how to do that. I posted in the group last night saying like, hey, Georgia ladies, how you doing? What can we do to help? It's like the fastest moving post I have put in the group, like maybe ever. I know our ladies are ready to help. I know that this team wants to be a team and stand up with Georgia women together. We saw it during the runoff. Like we stood with Georgia women during the runoff. Look at the amazing result. I think, Julie, I just think people want to do something and get involved now.
I've been going through pending posts in like our Facebook groups, and this is all they're talking. I mean, there are so many people trying to post about this. You guys really care, and you're really upset about it.
Yeah, totally. And there's good federal legislation on this, like the For the People Act, all of that we need to continue to advocate for. We were on Facebook Live. We've been pushing that. We will continue to be pushing that. What I am hearing from Black organizers on the ground is that what they want help with, like today, like right this second, is help pressuring these big corporations that are based in Georgia that say they support voting rights, that say they support civil rights, but meanwhile, they have been silent or been super milquetoast, you know, about what's going on with these voter suppression laws. They say, oh, we support, the right to vote. We want Black voters to be able to have access to the ballot like everybody else. And then they just look the other way and write checks to these Republican legislators that are hijacking democracy. And so I just was just thinking, Julie. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say they try to sell their values. Oh, this is our values. We support you, but just don't look at what we're really doing behind the scenes because we're not really willing to stand up for our values.
Well, this is the lip service that we often get from corporations because they know that consumers want to think that the companies that we are supporting with our treasure are upholding good values.
But we, lady consumers, like we see you, moms, we see you.
I think that we have real purchasing power. We have seen the impact of that. This group has done it before. We pressured Amazon last weekend to remove those terrible anti-Asian face masks. I think that we need to leverage the purchasing power we have and have the back of leaders in Georgia who are calling for that. Okay, so Julie, this might be hard for you to hear because I know that you love a certain drink, but one of those companies is Coca-Cola, girlfriend. And you guys, Julie drinks like Diet Coke is her thing. Like I drink coffee, Julie drinks Diet Coke. And that may be real for a lot of other people out there. In past parts of my life, that has been my thing too. But I think, Julie, I'm going to make it like a pretty big ask of you here. Because I think that, there are these companies like Coca-Cola, there's Delta, Home Depot, these other companies that are huge, massive billion-dollar companies that are based in Georgia. And they rely on us spending a lot of money with them. So I'm going to ask you something. I think that we need to go after Coca-Cola, use our purchasing power, make a little sacrifice. And, it's like, look, no votes. Like you're not going to be supporting voters on the ground in Georgia. No votes, no Cokes. Julie, what do you think? Would you do it? Would you sacrifice?
Okay. Number one, I will stand up for my values. So I will give up the Diet Coke. And I would like to, can I please say that what you just said sounds to me like a hashtag?
Which part?
No votes, no Cokes. Does that sound like I don't know. That sounds like a hashtag, but.
Okay, I'm on board with that if you are serious about giving up those Diet Cokes.
I am serious because, like I said, I believe very strongly that you need to stand for what's right. And honestly, maybe it's like karma smile or telling me that I need to stop drinking that kind of stuff anyways, right? I should drink water.
It's not water. Water is good for. Oh my gosh! Look, that's put it up
there
as
you
a
go.
hashtag.
See, I was right. Good hashtag.
I mean, if Bev puts it on this screen, yeah, it must be a good hashtag. All right, I'm fired up actually about this.
Yeah.
I've been drinking Coke my whole life, being born in Atlanta. That's like a thing. There's a lot of brand loyalty, so I think it's actually a really big deal for people from Georgia and then other people taking the lead of Georgians to say, okay, we're not doing this anymore. No votes, no Cokes. Okay, now I'm super into
no votes, no Cokes.
No votes,
and
no
we
Cokes.
you need to make sure you're telling your friends, and you need to make sure that you're saying this online and you're tweeting it at the company, putting it on social media. I don't know. You have to be vocal about it, and they have to hear because we have so much purchasing power. We can actually make a difference.
Yeah, and they are very sensitive to public opinion because if public opinion is going down about them, it hurts their company. It hurts the bottom line, period. If people are no longer having all these good feelings about their brand, that hurts because people stop buying, and that means they're not making the Benjamins, and they are, it's hurting them where it hurts. They are a business. And so,
to be totally honest, they pay more attention probably to what the public thinks than the politicians. Some of those politicians are gerrymandered. They don't care. The corporations care, and they actually have a pocketbook that controls a lot of that. So this. Okay,
so it's doing the thing. It's like making the sacrifice, not using these products, not going to these places, and then it's being loud about it. Tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell your friend. We got to get loud about this stuff. So, all right, we got work to do. All right. Everybody who is watching this now or in the coming hours, watch for much more coming here. I mean, seriously, the energy among this community is so clear. This is what you guys want to focus on, and it's smart. So we got you.
We got to
Georgia
use
women.
our power. We got to use all of this power we have, and we have a lot of it, ladies. We got a lot of women here.
Okay. I got to go. I want to get on this.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.